And the Brooklyn Democratic Party is well and alive in Brooklyn, right here tonight. Thanks to Frank Sedio and the rules changes he's put forth, I think we have the makings of a Democratic Party that's going to lead the Democratic Party in the nation, like we used to. Right, Frank? Now, I guess I have to thank my friends, the Barons, for giving me a decent comedy tonight from the 50th Assembly District. And my dear friend Inez, who served with us so ably in the New York State Assembly. And we miss you dearly, but unfortunately you sent us a replacement who's very quiet. And we're very lucky in the New York State Assembly to have Assemblyman Charles Barron. Now, as chair of the Brooklyn Assembly delegation, I got to tell you that I have the greatest members. And you know that Frank Sedio is a former member of that delegation, so that gives you an idea of how great that delegation is, and always has been. But more importantly, we have members here tonight who, some of whom are junior members, like Roxanne from the 59th. And Joanne Simon from the 52nd. Now, we had a meeting this morning with all of the members of the Brooklyn Assembly delegation, thanks to the intervention of our county leader and the support that he's given to the Brooklyn delegation in all respects in the New York State Assembly. You know, we had an opportunity. We were supposed to meet last week, but we have an opportunity maybe to bring the speakership of the New York State Assembly where it belongs, in Brooklyn. And I want to thank Frank for supporting me in that effort, but I have to tell you it's not going to be an easy battle to win. It's an uphill battle because I was very late to the game. I didn't know whether I was going to run, and I certainly wouldn't run on step on some other person in order to get a head start in running for that election. And I'm not going to describe what I mean by that. You're all politicians, you understand what I'm saying. I want to give you a report about what's happened in the New York State Assembly for the last 2 weeks, but unfortunately we haven't passed any legislation in the time that this new session has started, because there's the issue that most of you have read about on the front page of the newspapers involving the Speaker of the Assembly. As a consequence of that, the Speaker has decided that he will step aside and no longer be the Speaker of the Assembly. And that has created a vacancy in that office. And so the Democratic majority has been meeting in conferences for the last 2 weeks to try and work out a plan, an interim plan for leadership, an interim plan to make sure the state has representation in the New York State Assembly, at the table, with the governor, with the Senate. And by the way, I almost forgot to mention two of the most gorgeous women at the table over here, and my colleague in the Assembly, the veteran, and a great friend, Annette Robinson. And I can't tell you how close I work with the Democratic leader of the state Senate. I know she's going to be introduced and speak to you tonight, but what a fabulous representative she is. Andrea Stewart. So the report I have to give you is a short one. It took us days And it seemed like weeks in conference to try and decide how we were going to do this, how we were going to survive the speaker's mess that was left for us to try and figure out and come to a path where we could select a new speaker. And I'm proud to say that the Democrats in conference, I've been there, as you said, Jeff, I'm a senior member. I've been there pretty long, and I've never seen anything like this. This was truly, like you are, in this committee here tonight, county committee. We had what was called democracy in conference, trying to come to a resolution of how we were going to choose a speaker. And democracy is messy, and not every one of us could agree. It's a lot easier if you have a leader or a dictator even to tell you what to do. But as you know, democracy is the worst form of government. That's what they say. But it's better than all the rest. And we came out of that room, not bloody, but a little bit battered. And we were able to select a process where we will elect a speaker by February 10th. Sheldon Silver will step down or step aside, depending on how that rule read in the New York State Assembly. And there will be a new speaker elected by February 10th. And I'm proud to tell you that I'm a candidate for that office. With the help of Brooklyn, we will succeed and have a speaker for the last 25 years. Excuse me, but I don't know if the Speaker of the New York City Council left already. We love you, man. But the speakership of the City Council should be in Brooklyn, and the speakership of the New York State Assembly should be in Brooklyn.